I know people say it's Pokemon with guns, but that's really an oversimplification. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, well, this has really put Pokemon to shame. That's no oversimplification, too. There's a couple things. It depends on what you're looking for in a game. I love survival games. Like, obviously, I'm a huge fan of Minecraft. And this is, at its heart, a survival game. And it's a survival game that has Pokemon-like qualities to it. Because Pokemon's always just been a straight role-playing game, where your Pokemon do all the fighting for you, and, you know, you level up your Pokemon, and they fight other Pokemon, and you call it a day after you beat all your gyms. This is really nothing like that. You know, yes, you do collect pals, which are like the Pokemon in this game, and you collect them in orbs. And I'm not saying they didn't copy Pokemon. No matter what the developers of this game say, they obviously copied Pokemon. But they used the Pokemon in a way that that Game Freak, which is the developer of Pokemon / Nintendo, in a way that they never did. And that's incorporating it into this kind of survival world. It's like, and I know that in our stream on the weekend, we compared it to like Minecraft meets Pokemon, but that is also an oversimplification. It's really hard to explain. You really just have to deep dive into the game. And I have lost sleep over playing this game. I had no idea how much I was going to like this game. It's the most fun I've had playing a game in 16 years. You know, and I was talking to Chris, like, I just replayed Skyrim again for like the 15th time or something. And I was like, man, is the game ever going to be better than Skyrim? This is not, I don't know, this game is probably not better than Skyrim, but it's the first time since Skyrim that I've really had this much fun playing a game. It's pretty crazy. Okay, let's go to my base now. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, look, I've got my breeding farm right here. Oh man, they since I've been gone, they really got busy and gave me a lot of eggs to work with here. Jeez. Over here I have my Pokeball creator. They're actually, you know, Pal spheres, but they're Pokeballs, right? I've got my home over here. This is like my main house. I've got my statue of Anubis up there. I've got a hot tub, my repair stuff. It's a repair set. My bed, a shelf, a bed for any Pokemon that want to sleep with me in here. My piano, of course, because I have to have a piano. A couple chests. I do plan on putting more in this house, but for right now, that's it. I've got my Witch's Brew stand, which makes my my medicine. It makes me make medicines faster. I've got a furnace where I can make ingots. I've got a refined tool chest where I can store a lot of stuff. And then, you know, and that's important because your average wooden chest here can only store like 12 things, if that, like 9 things or something. And so, like, having a refined chest over here, a shelf, is refreshing. I have a wall here, and the reason I only have the wall here, I mean, I do plan on putting a wall around the entire base eventually, but the only reason why I have a wall here is because that seems to be the main area where enemies in the game seem to come in and sneak up on me. And as you saw over here, I was messing around in the breeding farm, like I said. Yeah, I've got a couple of Ragnahawks. Great name, by the way, Ragnahawk, like Ragnarok. I've got a male and a female Ragnahawk in here, and they're breeding these scorched eggs so I can make more Ragnahawks. And you might think, like, why do I want, like, 20 of the same pal, you know, or Pokemon? It's so much easier to say Pokemon, because saying pals just seems weird. Because in here, this is the pal condensation chamber right here. So basically what this allows me to do is take, like, one, and I'll use Gale Claw as an example. First, you can take one, and I'll select 4 more. You can select 4 more, and it's basically going to take those 4 pals and use their essence, sacrificing them, if you will, to make this first Gale Claw more powerful. See, and now all those other Gale Claws are gone, and I just have this one that is way better in stats than he was before. If you want to do that a second time, I'd have to get, as you can see right here, I'd have to get 16 more Gale Claws to be able to make him better. So that's a lot of Gale Claws, and you can either go out and catch 16 more Gale Claws, or you can do what I've been doing, which is just taking a male and female Pokemon, or pal, and putting them in a breeding farm like this, and the more time they spend together, the more eggs you can hatch, and you just get those, so you don't have to keep going out and finding that specific pal. You do have to put, oh, and I'm out, that's why I haven't gotten any. You have to keep making cake They won't breed unless you put cake in that specific chest. I think it's kind of funny. It's like it's a cake that kind of looks like a wedding cake, and you have to put it in the breeding pod with them if they're gonna breed. You can think about all that nuance yourself if you want to. And I made 3 incubation chambers, and I still am behind on egg hatching. Because not only am I breeding Pokemon here at my farm, but I'm also going out and collecting eggs in the wild, so it's crazy. But I'll just keep making Ragnahawks until I have enough to like basically do that. Because again, it's 4 and then it's 16, and I think the next phase is 32. And you can upgrade your pals, like I want to say you can upgrade them 4 times in that method. And that's just one way to upgrade your pals. I'll show you the next way to do it in just a second. We have got our berries here, and like I love how the water Pokemon water the plants, and then we got the leaf Pokemon will seed it before they water it, etc. It's amazing. This is my wheat field here. Got tomatoes and lettuce, and then I've got my rocks and the hot tub. The hot tub, by the way, I didn't explain this before, but the hot tub, see how this guy's in the hot tub? They can get overstressed by doing all these different things. The hot tub allows them to like relax a little bit and take a break, so that way they don't get overworked. It's very important, unless you're trying to drive your Pokemon crazy. Mazzarina, which is sort of like a cow, and he drops milk. Let's see, I picked up a couple milk here. Here is my command center. It's basically where I can like do normal, hardworking, super hardworking. I like to keep it on normal because I think like I don't know why it's like demand cruel work from your pals. It's like I don't know why you do, and like maybe you have a ton of pals and you don't care about overworking them because you'll replace them when they die or something. But I'm going to keep it on normal because I don't want to be mean to these guys. They're doing me a favor by helping me out. I got stairs. Like, none of this was here, you know. It was all just grass. But I needed to, like, flatten it out. So I added all this stone foundation to flatten out the area here. And I have stairs going down. You can see where my base ends. It's this blue line. Up here, as I said, is my statue of Anubis. And what this really does is it allows me to, if I get a certain amount of effigies, and maybe we'll see an effigy in the play today. I think we might have in the last playthrough. It allows me to enhance my capture power, or I can go into here and I can enhance specific pals with pal souls that I've collected. Right now, I think I can only enhance like their work speed, but these Pokemon are in my party for fighting, so I don't really care about enhancing their work speed per se. But eventually, when I collect more pal souls, I'll be able to enhance them. And as you can see, I've already been enhancing them quite a bit. I wish I could delete these fences. These were already here in the game, so it won't let me delete them. Very annoying. So, creators of Palworld, please allow the player to get rid of stuff like that. And these bushes over here that just kind of get in the way that I can't delete because they get in the way of my stuff. Please allow us to get rid of that. And sometimes my Pokemon get stuck down in the water. Now, these boardwalks weren't here. I added these boardwalks because I want, like, this is my mill, which enhances seed speed. And, like, I really want that at my base. But I don't want, like, my mill in the middle of my base, so I thought it would look cool on the water. So I made these boardwalks for that. And, my grinder and crusher and whatever. I thought that I placed these two things next to each other because I thought it would be cool. Over here are just my assembly line productors. This one is for kind of all items. And I believe this one is just for weapons. Yeah, this is just all the weapon stuff. And I can't make any gunpowder because I'm out of sulfur. So sulfur is going to be the next thing that I go and get. But anyways, I believe that's basically it for my base. I've shown you my entire base. As far as my person goes, I have the cold-resistant, this is cold-resistant metal armor. And then I also have heat-resistant refined metal armor. That is, I love this armor. You can see, like, it looks like I'm, like, Iron Man or something. Obviously, I need the cold-resistant when I'm in the cold climate, and I use heat-resistant when I'm in the heat. But the heat-resistant one is way better because it's refined metal. My cold-resistant is not refined metal, and that's because it's a different level achievement. As you can see here, I just got heat-resistant, the ability to make heat-resistant refined metal, because that's at level 40 here. I won't be able to get cold-resistant refined metal armor until level 41, and I am currently level 40. Anyways, let's fast travel to my other base. I do have a secondary base that I use to collect ore. There's not a lot to this base. It's basically just a lot of, and these big turtle guys, these are called ditch choices. And I love that they're basically just big turtles with drills on their shell, and they just spend all their time drilling. I built this base in the middle of an ore field because ore, you need ore for everything, for iron, for refined iron, etc. Of course. I don't know why the game calls it refined. It should just be called steel. I have a third base as well for coal. So I have my main base here, which is everything. Then I have my second base for ore. I have a third base for coal. And then I just kind of found that anything else I need, whether that be like quartz or, you know, palladium stuff, I can just kind of go out and get that myself, no problem. So I'm kind of shocked. It doesn't really do a lot of good unless I'm like right up in their face. But of course, these bosses are kind of extreme. That's what I'm saying. It's like normally a pal has like a couple thousand HP. These bosses, like you can see, this one has what 130,000 HP. And it has a 10-minute time limit. So these bosses are meant to take a really long time. Let me try my rifle. I also have a single-shot rifle. I think I like the shotgun better. Yeah, it seems to be doing a lot of good damage really close like that. Oh, and I died! Just like that. So, there we go. Those bosses were really meant for group battles. Like, you're supposed to go in with like 2 or 3 friends. So I don't know if this is like Minecraft, where it's like if you want to have a group, you've got to like start a whole new world together, because that would suck if I had to start over. This is taking me so long. Or if I could like invite people into my world, I don't know. I choose you, Nightwing. And then I can get on the back of this Nightwing and fly around. I do like how I can fly and then like use my guns anyway up here. It's good, it kind of keeps me safe up here. There's all these like ancient cities, but I wonder like what was even the point of these, because these buildings don't like have any like rooms in them. They're like just solid stone. So I don't know if that's just like a beta thing, and that like in the final game there actually will be stuff in these buildings, but right now these buildings are just solid stone and there's nothing in them. I know that they're supposed to be like post-apocalypse or whatever, but still, the buildings would have served a purpose at some point, and probably would have had, like, floors to... You get what I'm saying. Anyways. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's very important to me that you give this video a thumbs up to let YouTube know that you like this video. Also, please subscribe!